Welcome back to another edition of Modern Dallas TV. I'm Jeff Levine with moderndallas.net. This week we're here at our sponsor, R&R, manufacturers of kitchens, closets and bathroom cabinetry. And yes, I do have a fascination with minimal modern lifestyles, and this closet behind me is one of those wonderful additions to your closet where everything is hidden away behind closed doors. What makes this unique in itself? This beautiful natural leather embossed to give an alligator feel, available in numerous colors, wonderful details and trim, and you can have your initials monogrammed on it as well. But open the doors, and what a beautiful piece of furniture. Storage, hanging space, all of this can be in your closet and put everything behind closed doors. You can see the whole collection at R&R in the Design District at 1617 Highline Drive, Suite 190A, or visit them at rnr.com. But this week, we visit a wonderful modern townhome designed by E.G. Hamilton in association with Design Associates and built by developer Diane Cheatham on Abbott. Visit JM Gallery in One Arts Plaza and see the show by Jay Bailey, Doug Gray and Susan Perkins. And lastly, we visit two cool foodie spaces, Toasted and Milk+Cream on Ross Avenue. Stick around for the art scene, the calendar, and enjoy this edition of Modern Dallas TV. The kitchen is the heart of the modern home and should be both highly functional and beautiful to behold. You'll find renowned showrooms to help you create a kitchen that's a modern masterpiece. R&R, the luxurious Brazilian showroom, offers you the highest quality of life with signature custom designs while maintaining a strong commitment to sustainability. Known for using diverse colors, textures, and raw materials while blending local taste with modernist style. Modern Dallas this week is here in Northern Heights on Abbott, and I'm here with David Griffin of David Griffin and Company Realtors. David, this is a wonderful townhome, one in a development of 4, and I think we always harken back to some of your listings. They're always great blue chip architects, developers that are involved in this.
Well, I've been very fortunate through the years. I love good architecture. I live with an architect. I love working with both sellers and buyers who aspire to live and to work with good architecture and good modern design. And as you say, this Northern Heights area, Abbott, Cragmont, Springbrook, there's about 5 streets here. This is a real epicenter for important modern design over the last 20 years, and this is a great example here on Abbott. There are 4 residences here. The developer was Diane Cheatham, who's certainly well known for forging ahead with modern design, maybe more than almost any individual developer during the last 25 or 30 years. She picked a very blue chip team here. E.G. Hamilton, who along with Frank Welch, maybe they're the 2 deans of architecture in Dallas. E.G. is very famous for designing North Park Shopping Mall. He actually lives down the street in a very distinguished home. But he was the architect. He did the site plan and the basic concept, and then I believe it was Bob McFessel's firm that did the individual customization. Each home here was built for its original occupant. We are selling this home from the estate of the couple who lived here originally, who also have an interesting architectural pedigree. The owners were Key and Kay Call. Key was a partner with E.G. Hamilton in the famous architectural firm Omniplan. This was custom designed for E.G. and Kay.
It's amazing, when we talk about, and just to put a quick word in,
sure.
Bob McFessel's firm is Design Associates,
yes,
which
Design
is part
Associates.
of the property.
Yes, right.
But going, a little bit further, this is not a new project.
No, it was built about 8 or 9 years ago, I believe it was completed.
And the amazing thing is that we continue to go into these homes 10, 15, 20 years, and they look like they're brand new.
Mm-hmm. When things are really supervised by good architects, they more than not have a timeless quality. There's a lot of development in Dallas that's very luxurious, very good materials, but from my perspective, miss the beat a little bit because they're not truly drawn by architects. Here, every cabinet, the way everything fits together was done with an architect's hand. And that makes a big difference.
It absolutely does, and you can see it across the board. Tell us some of the features and benefits of this home.
Well, one thing, in urban living, a lot of people, boomers, my generation, love this kind of living, but you often have to be vertical. And if you're vertical, you want an elevator. So this was all planned with a wonderful elevator. It's actually maybe the most deluxe elevator I've ever seen in a residence, but it's got oak paneling on the walls, oak floor, and it services both the basement and all three main living areas. So that's a big plus, and there's a very generous stairs that goes around that. It's also a generous size. This home is around 3,400 square feet, which is a very good size if people are scaling down from a larger home, people who still want to entertain. They just don't need as many bedrooms and baths. Although this does have 3 bedrooms and 3.5 baths, it actually has a 3-car garage, which is very unusual, again, for urban living. Lots and lots of storage. I think one of the pluses you get when you have a developer who has the know-how and experience of Diane Cheatham, they also know how to talk with the architect and with the client about things that, about the program. Because an architect, I think works best if there's a specific program, a specific end user in mind. And so this is designed around people who want to entertain, have great closet, master bedroom situation, and great storage. And I think this checks all those boxes, and you don't have to worry about maintenance. You can just walk out your door and be on the Katy Trail, walk over to Knox Street, the West Village, into Highland Park. Again, just enjoy life.
Yeah, it's a great lock and leave. And one last thing that I think for me makes this development so special is the landscaping.
The landscaping is beautiful. As we were talking about this a few minutes ago, there's an interior street that comes off of Abbott. This development was done with 2 lots, and we've seen interior driveways in developments a number of occasions. I think this is one of the most successful interior driveways I've ever seen because it's so beautifully landscaped. I know you'll capture that with some of the filming, but the trees have gotten to be very mature, and it looks like a lovely, quiet muse lane with these exquisite 4 townhouses. And so it's not only the architecture, but the landscape environment that make this home particularly stand out.
The house is listed at $1.650 million with David, and you can see it at his website at davidgriffin.com, or visit our website, moderndallas.net, for all the modern listings in Dallas. David, always a pleasure.
Thank you so much,
My
Jeff.
pleasure. Inside Beau Concept, you'll discover a refined balance of classic Danish sensibilities and modern innovation that has been the essence of urban Danish design since 1952. Beau Concept designers combine ultimate luxury and urban functionality as they create custom, personalized designs with you as the focus. The results are timeless, beautiful pieces with international appeal. Modern Dallas Art this week is here at JM Gallery in One Arts Plaza, and we're here to see the works by Jay Bailey, Doug Gray and Susan Perkins, and we're here with Chris Heinlein, the gallery director. Chris, always a pleasure to be at this gallery.
Thanks for coming out.
And we visit and we always see your group shows and how you pull them together. I'm always fascinated by these 3 different artists. What was the common thread between these 3?
Yeah, so each of the 3 artists has vastly different approaches, but they're all trying to, striving to express deep human emotions in different ways. And so, for example, with Jay Bailey, he's really trying to tell a story with each of his portraits. On the surface, or when you look at other artists' portraits, a lot of times it's just a snapshot, it's just a photograph into a moment. But what makes Jay's portrait stand out to me is the sense of life, the sense of movement that comes through. Each portrait tells its own story. It tells, the subjects their emotions really show through. And I think one of the ways he's able to achieve that is he lets spontaneity show through in the final process. He has unfinished brush strokes, drips on the canvas, marks of the process that he lets show through, and that really brings a sense of life to his work.
And then on the converse side, you look at the work by Susan. Those works on paper, and that has a great story as well.
Yeah, so on the surface, Susan's pieces are beautiful, very subtle works of white on white with touches of accents of black. But the entire body of work has been a reaction to gun violence, and specifically what kind of started this body was the shooting of the Dallas police officers this past summer. And that affected her greatly. She lives downtown, so she was right next door to where it happened. And so we have a series of 21 pieces that memorialize a mass shooting that has occurred within 2016. What's particularly striking is how few of those we actually hear about. And because they tend to fly under the radar, she wanted to give voice to the victims and to memorialize them in some way. And so on each piece, she has a individualized, hand-painted prayer card that immortalizes each of the victims. And so she wants to memorialize them as well as give them a voice and to raise awareness of this problem that is so prevalent in our culture.
And then lastly, Doug is another great story.
Yeah, so Doug has been working with the bird forms for many, many years, and this body of work is no different. And what he does with each piece is he creates, or he expresses familial ties. So each of his pieces has these forms interacting with each other, comforting each other. And what has set this newest body of work apart from his past work has been, unfortunately, his wife passed away. And so with this body, you start to see tokens of adversity expressed within the pieces. But that same familial bond is still showing through. The idea that with your support system, with your friends and family, you're able to overcome adversity and work through that.
Well, it's an unbelievable body of, all three of these are standout. You can see them here at the gallery in One Arts Plaza. How long will the show be up?
The show will be up until December 17th.
And they can see information on your website?
Yeah, jmgallery.org.
We appreciate it, Chris. Great stories. It's amazing. You look at this work, until you really know the stories, you really can't identify. This is a great show. And if you'd like to see all the modern art listings in Dallas, visit our website at moderndallas.net and see the arts page. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
The modern lifestyle begins in the home, and you'll find a range of unique living spaces across Dallas's most desirable neighborhoods. Start your search by meeting one of these modern realtors. Poget began his career with a degree in architecture, followed by years of interior design work, including the interior design of several luxury high-rises and commissions for clients' dream homes. Poget's distinct background makes real estate a natural fit. Modern Dallas this week visits two new foodie cool spaces near Lower Greenville Avenue. One for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the other dessert. Located on Ross Avenue, Toasted and Milk+Cream add a cool urban vibe to the neighborhood. Toast is a perfect meal. It's enjoyable even at its most simple, and perhaps never better. It's probably the first thing that anyone learns to cook. Toasted, a coffee shop, has made this breakfast classic its focus. Sends out fine slabs of crisp bread, dressed with butter and jam on the side for purists, or thoughtfully layered with an array of adventurous toppings for the less traditional among us. Even on a day when the weather is cold and dreary, the space is a lively hub, filled with young creatives plying their trade and old friends finding time to catch up. Its interior matches its signature dish, It's a warm space, spare and unfussy, with familiar industrial touches and angular geometric fixtures made more welcoming by honey-colored wood tabletops and booths. It's not even officially open, and it already feels like an old favorite. Step next door and you enter Milk+Cream. The minimal feel with white walls and white countertops is the antithesis of Toasted, but in its unique way welcomes you into this new dessert experience. A cool selection of ice cream flavors. This is not your everyday 1, 2, or 3 scoop cone, but a wonderful new experience of selecting your favorite flavors and serving them on a warm donut, with or without toppings. Maybe the best dessert we've tasted in a while. Make this your destination any time of the day, or perfect for an after-dinner treat. Both Toasted and Milk+Cream are located on Ross, just off of Greenville Avenue. To wrap up this edition of Modern Dallas TV, on the art scene, all the gallery shows are up, all's new work. Visit our website, see all the arts listings, create your own tour of the art galleries this holiday season. On the calendar of events, we have our famous Modernist Meetup coming up on December the 14th. It's at Linier Rosé in the Dallas Design District. You can get all the details by typing in the Modernist Meetup on Facebook, or visit moderndallas.net and our calendar page for all the details. Todd Camplin covers the art scene with great insight to the shows in the galleries of Dallas and open houses. We always have a bunch of wonderful homes. You can create your own mini mod home tour every Sunday. And if you're in the market for a modern, mid-century modern, contemporary home, high-rise or loft, we simply have the finest moderns in Dallas. For this week, like every week, we appreciate you being part of our show. We'll see you later.